Brett, what is this like? You're only halfway through this thing. You got the gold jacket last night. It looks like it's a lot.
Yeah, you know what? I guess I would describe it as overwhelming in a good way. You kind of get inundated with a lot of stuff. You see a lot of, as you know, we're here in the hall right now. You see a lot of guys you played against, guys you idolized, and just the history. You know, you look around. I mean, this is it really is hallowed grounds. And so and there's a lot of Packers. I think we lead the pack. I think
Bears are just ahead.
Well, it's
25. It's close.
I knew we were catching them.
2 away.
But seeing some of the old guys and just being the Packers Hall of Fame is incredible. It's almost as awesome as the NFL Hall of Fame. So to be part of the whole group in general, and to be one of the other Packers to go in is just what an honor.
What is it like to look at your artifacts here and see and know where you're going here in another day?
Well, you know what? It's kind of weird. The best way I can explain it, it's like I've seen some of the highlights, like last night they showed, and it hasn't been that long, but I'm like, that was pretty good, you know? You tend to forget, and I think, like, for me, when I reflect back on my career, and I think the Super Bowl, for example, it really didn't sink in then. Later on, when exactly, I don't know, but later on, it's like, I actually played in the Super Bowl, and we were fortunate enough to win it. And now it's like, I actually played in the NFL, and not just played, had a tremendous career. And it's the old saying, I had to pinch myself. I mean, really, it's so I think in regards to the Hall of Fame, I understand it, but it hasn't really sunk in, and it may take a while.
Super Bowl, NFC Championship game at Lambeau Field, which I thought as a kid growing up in the state I'd never see. But a lot of people bring back that Raiders game as your top moment. Is that kind of what you're going back to at this point?
Yes and no. It really depends on the conversation. I think all things considering, yes. The pinnacle of any team's, your goal was to make it to the Super Bowl and obviously win that. And was so fortunate to do that with a great team. But losing my father and the role that he played in my life and my career, and wanting to honor him the best way possible, it could not have gone any better considering the circumstances. So, yeah, I think that's the game that's talked about most and looked at most fondly, I think. So, yeah. But there's been some, it's hard. Like when people say, what about favorite play, favorite player, what about, but, there's a lot of years, a lot of history.
What do you think about this? I mean, a lot of people want the green jersey for the Packers, and some people don't want that one in there.
Well, and I understand that, but if you look at it from my standpoint, it is part of my 20 years. And, I think even though Atlanta was kind of uneventful, I think Atlanta, because without Atlanta, I'm not in Green Bay. And so all 20 years are important. And I'm forever thankful for each year. Some were better than others, but I think we all know I'll be best remembered as a Packer, as it should be. The first year in Minnesota was, considering the circumstances, was a great year, and I'm very proud of that. But I'm most proud of my 16 years in Green Bay.
What did last summer do for you in Green Bay in the middle of that field?
Well, it's hard to put into words or describe the respect and honor that I felt. But you know what? I shouldn't be surprised. And in some ways I was at first, because I didn't know what it would be like. And you and I, we stood on that field. I mean, it was for sure I would not get emotional, but it was overwhelming. I think everyone in that building, the stadium, could feel that. And, it's football, but it's bigger than that in Wisconsin. I get that, and so there was some bad blood, understandably so, but true to form, the Packer fans never cease to amaze me. They really don't.
How's Deanna holding up? She's got a bad leadoff.
Yeah, she's extremely thankful that she doesn't have to get up and speak. Although I thought she would have done a good job, but she's worried that she didn't do it justice and all that stuff. But she'll do fine. She's wonderful.
What does this all mean to you now as you look back on it?
Well, I guess in some respects it's kind of the end, the culmination of your accomplishments. Not that you're forgotten, but I never. The good thing is I never felt like I needed Hall of Fame, retirement of a jersey, or anything to cap off my career. I felt like just playing the game and having all the success I did in Green Bay, and just being a part of what a wonderful franchise and tradition. To me, that was like, you don't have to do anything else. You don't have to give me anything.
Right.
And so this is, as the saying goes, the icing on the cake. I'm proud of what I've done, but I'm more proud collectively, my teammates, the fans, the mass of people who've made it here. I mean, this is just something we all can celebrate.
Final thing is you had so much fun playing. Are you having fun now? Are you enjoying it?
You know what? I am. It's different. I would much rather be on the field playing. Not that I get nervous getting up in front of people speaking. I don't mind, but I'd much rather have Warren Sapp chasing me, or Urlacher, trying to pick me off.
What's wrong with you, man? Those people chasing you?
And I would much rather this be like 25 below, and we get up and speak, and that would be awesome. But other than that, I'm doing okay.
Any hints at the speech?
It's not that I'm keeping it secret. I haven't written anything down. It may surprise you. I've kind of gone over stuff in my head.
Yeah.
I was never one to be able to jot stuff down and then come back and read it later.
Right.
I don't want it to be. Last year was long in Green Bay for obvious reasons. I wanted to thank some people who no one knew, but who were very important to my career. I can't do that now. I'm not the only one speaking. I'm glad I got a lot of that out of the way, but I want to hit a few key points and tell a few stories and keep it in a 25, 30-minute time frame. 20 years is a long time. That's hard to say. All right, tell us everything that was good in 25 minutes.
You already said you were getting old. I never believed you.
Well, my hair tells me I'm getting old, but my mind tells me I'm not. But
we're there.